Prepare for intrigue.
Trucks are judged on their power. As America's best-selling truck brand 49 years, Ford F-Series has a power no one else has. Staying power. Now get a new F-150 with $3,900 for $72 plus $3,250 total cash.
Hi, my name's Reggie Henry.
And I'm Lori Withrow. A work-related injury creates a lot of uncertainty.
It's important that you have accurate, reliable information, treatment, and the compensation you deserve.
You can't rely on the employer's insurance carrier or the internet to provide you with correct information regarding your case.
For advice you can trust, call the office of Reginald D. Henry.
Long John Silver's $6 fish and chicken basket is the best of the land and the sea. Crispy, tender chicken meets perfectly golden fish in one tasty basket. It's a match made in hand-battered heaven. Skip the wait when you make our app your first mate. Long John Silver's Fish Yeah.
Live from the Two Virginias news leader, WVVA News at 11 starts now.
Greetings, I'm AP Harold.
And I'm Paige Gilmar. Welcome to WVVA News at 11. We celebrate the near halfway point of Black History Month.
Plus, patching pesky potholes, an update on roadway repairs. But first, after being sentenced in Greenbrier County Circuit Court for the sexual assault of a child, a Lewisburg man will spend years behind bars, followed by decades of supervision. Michael Leon Baker, 50, was sentenced yesterday following his conviction on 5 counts of third-degree sexual assault. The court mandated consecutive sentences of 1 to 5 years on each count, totaling a possible 5 to 25 years. Baker will serve prison time for counts 1, 3, and 5. Afterwards, he will serve the sentences for counts 7 and 9 through monitored home confinement. Following his incarceration and home confinement, Baker will be subjected to a half-century of extended supervision. The charges stem from incidents occurring in 2005 and 6 when Baker engaged in sexual intercourse with a male child under the age of 16.
Nearly a year after floods devastated McDowell County, the jurisdiction receives more than $8 million for water and sewer upgrades. West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey says abandoned mine land economic revitalization grant funding will finance upgrades to sewer projects in Davie and Gary, plus water projects in Jolo and along Elkhorn Creek.
It's not always the sexiest of topic, but you know I like talking about water and sewer projects. I'm a believer that if you get the fundamentals right, great things happen.
Morrisey adds that to further protect the county's residents, $10 million are earmarked to establish a pilot program for an early flood warning system. It's that time. Meteorologist Zachary Tolman previews his full Two Virginias forecast.
Greetings, Zachary. Mere minutes from Hooray Saturday.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
How's our Valentine's Day looking?
Well, our Valentine's Day AP and Page looking just like this Princeton camera behind me on our screen. Nice and clear for your Valentine's Day, albeit it's going to start a little bit chilly as we look at current conditions across the area. Below freezing across the board, 30 in Bluefield, 30 up towards Princeton, 28 in Hinton, 26 as you move up towards Oak Hill. Marlinton up in Pocahontas County, 24 degrees. They're the cool spot on the map. You head out tonight, especially in Bluefield, very seasonable, 25 degrees for our low temperature overnight. It'll be mainly clear. You're going to have to watch for some patchy black ice, especially in those shaded areas where the snow hasn't quite evaporated yet, but it's going to refreeze to the road overnight. Valentine's Day, Cupid's hitting us with the lucky arrow. 51 degrees for our high temperature under some partly cloudy skies, and I'll have an update on the rainfall that we're going to see on Sunday coming up in your full forecast. AP and Page.
Thank you, Zachary. As remnants of that snow and ice melt, the West Virginia Department of Highways still tends to the roads. This time of year, potholes, the result of extreme weather the Two Virginias obviously recently has experienced, become a major problem. WVDOH District 10 has begun addressing the issue, sending workers to find potholes and then seal them with a temporary solution until asphalt facilities once again are operable. Engineer for District 10, Bill Murray, no, not the actor, asked the public for patience as this around-the-clock work continues.
We have a lot of roads to to watch and take care of, and every one of them is important. And so sometimes just because we're not getting to a certain road at a certain time doesn't mean that it's on the list, doesn't mean that it's being ignored.
The WVDOH encourages West Virginia residents to report potholes by calling your county officials or district engineer managers. Asphalt production should resume in March with statewide WVDOH facilities utilizing the material to permanently fill potholes.
Tazewell's newest business isn't looking to make a profit, but is instead working to combat opioid addiction. Here's our Matthew Christian with more.
A Hope and Future gift and thrift opened Friday on Tazewell's Main Street.
The store is part of a ministry of the same name that seeks to help women combat addiction. Ministry co-founder Jill Howell celebrated her 7th year of recovery Friday.
God saved my life back in 2019, and he's just transformed my life. And a Hope in a Future ministry and this gift shop is all a part of a plan to start a recovery program to impact lives in Tazewell County.
We are building a recovery home in Tazewell County. We are in the building stages of that, and so we're running our thrift store to help us sustain the recovery center in Tazewell County.
Sparks tells WVVA she's been in recovery for 15 years.
So that is my why. God got me out of addiction to help others come out of addiction. So that is the mission here.
Both women tell WVVA they were addicted to opioids. A recent study estimates opioid-related harms cost $1,500 per Tazewell County resident.
I want Tazewell County parents to not have to bury their kids, kids to not lose their moms. We want the stronghold of addiction to break off of our county.
Here for you in Tazewell, Matthew Christian, WVVA News.
Thanks, Matthew. For more information about A Hope and Future Ministries and the store, visit the website on your screen.
Since 1895, Bluefield State University has provided higher education opportunities for black students.
That's right. Here with more is our Noah Jennings.
While Black History Month has been an annually observed month since 1926, African American culture is woven into the fabric of every American story.
Every day is Black History Day, and every month is Black History Month because it's a part of the American history. What we do is we have a specific month that we celebrate.
In the mountains of West Virginia, Bluefield State University has a long history of providing higher education for black students since its inception. In 1895, BSU was originally the Black Colored Institute, a result of the thousands of African Americans who came to McDowell, Mercer, Fayette, and Raleigh counties for mining jobs. As the institution evolved into Bluefield State College, notable figures such as Elizabeth Drury, the first black woman elected to the state legislature, was one of many alumni that represented the college's illustrious reputation.
There was once a time when you could go anywhere in the country just based off the name of Bluefield State College and get a degree. So it means a lot. I personally think it means a lot.
BSU has taken great measures to keep the history alive, posting banners of national and local black figures to commemorate their legacies across the city. Throughout the month of February, the campus will host events such as the Black History Month Student Fair and the African American Cultural Heritage Tour. Alumna Deidre Guyton, the school's vice president of corporate development, says BSU's mission to educate the community will go beyond the month of February.
Black history is everybody's history, but it's so much fun to learn about it. And we have so much to learn.
Here for you in Bluefield, Noah Jennings, WVVA News.
Thanks, Noah. Now let's continue to celebrate Black History Month.
We do this by celebrating the countdown to America's 250th birthday with this day in history. Let's hoop it up. On February 13th, 1923, the New York Renaissance, the first all-black professional basketball team, is organized. That's about 32 years after Dr. Naismith, a Canadian in America, we'll talk about that, invented the game. The Renaissance, commonly called the Wrens, became a dominant round ball force in the 20s and 30s.
The team played its first game November 3rd, 1923, besting the Collegiate Five 28-22. In 1963, the Wrens were inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. And for February 13th, that's your This Day in History fact.
Let's move from basketball to precipitation. Stay tuned. Meteorologist Zachary Tolman deals his full, I wonder if he can dunk, to Virginia's forecast next.
He's tall enough. Valentine's celebrations are in full swing. We bring you the latest on the festivities up next.
New Nissan. You got to put it through its paces.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get up to 1,000 customer cash on kicks.
Injuries from a car wreck can devastate the life of you and your family. Harvey and Janudalo helps people who have been injured in a traffic accident return to a normal life. If you or a family member have been injured due to a vehicle accident, Harvey and Janudalo is there for you. Consultations are free, no upfront money required, and same-day appointments.
I'm Tim Harvey, your personal injury lawyer. Hurt in a car wreck? Let us help you get your life back to normal. And remember, if you see me out and about, be sure to say hi.
You don't have to know exactly where you're headed, just where to begin. If you've been searching for a school that fits your life, not the other way around, you're in the right place. At New River CTC, you'll find people who meet you where you are and help you get where you're going. Whether you're entering the workforce or continuing your education, your future starts here. New River Community and Technical College. Start here. Go anywhere.
Get a live look of the weather in your area with WVVA's live weather cams. Tune into WVVA news forecasts or anytime online at WVVA.com. WVVA weather cams are brought to you by WVU Medicine, Princeton Community Hospital.
This is the all-new 2026 Nissan Sentra. With the most standard features of any sedan in its class, it means you can have your cake and drive it too. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get 500 customer cash on the 2026 Nissan Sentra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Dr. Amy Keene, Family Eye Healthcare Clinic. Eye care for the whole family.
For the past 3 years, Cole Chevy has been a proud partner for the WVVA Teacher Feature, and this year's winning teachers will win big.
We want to feature the best teachers across the two Virginias.
Each winner gets $250 from Cole Chevrolet, plus a classroom care package.
Submit your nominations for Teacher Feature at colechevy.com. Each month, a winner will be featured on WVVA at 6.
WVVA's Teacher Feature is brought to you by Cole Chevy. Just better. Sit down with Joshua Bolden and Jeffrey Houle for WVVA News at Noon.
Watch WVVA News at 5, then join me, Eva Pilgrim, for Inside Edition at 5:30, followed by WVVA News at 6.
From the two Virginia's news leader, this is WVVA News at 11.
Welcome back. Love is certainly in the air page as Valentine's Day rapidly approaches in 47 minutes. And the Mercer County Family Courthouse chose to celebrate the holiday with wedding bells.
And Valentine's Day is certainly on our jackets.
Absolutely, yeah.
Our Megan Bailey brings us more.
What better way to celebrate Valentine's Day early than by tying the knot? At the Mercer County Courthouse Annex, it was a possibility for local couples as Judge Adam Wolf committed to another year of helping families celebrate love and unity.
This is the second year we've done it. I just performed my 18th wedding. And what we found on these Valentine's weddings, we got a lot of people come in and celebrate with their kids. Their parents are finally getting married, so they're excited. We had one this morning with 3 kids, and they were so excited to see their parents get married.
In its first year, Family Court saw around 20 lovebirds jump the broom.
What a gift and joy to find someone with whom to spend our life. Committing to share our brightest days and weather our darkest nights with someone is no small thing and cannot be done lightly.
And as couples seal their love with the hallmark of romance by saying I do, Judge Wolf offers some lasting advice.
Good luck. Communication is the key. You just got to have strong communication skills. Everything falls backwards from that is what we see down here in family court is lack of communication.
Here for you in Mercer County, Megan Bailey, WVVA News.
All right, Megan, thank you. Zachary Tolman here in the Weather Center. Here's how we made out today at the Mercer County Airport for our finally Friday heading into the weekend. High temperature of 43 degrees, around average for where we should be for this time of year. A low temperature of 22 this morning, still pretty seasonable, but we are under half an inch in the rainfall bucket in a deficit for the month, but we'll start to eat into that deficit moving into this weekend, especially on Sunday. We're going to move into that. We're going to definitely eat into that deficit. What we're tracking, let's talk some weather headlines. A very sunny Valentine's Day is what we're looking at for your Saturday, but Sunday is when the rain starts to roll in. Saturday evening is when the clouds will start to roll in, but we'll start to see some showers in early Sunday morning. But the mild weather, well, it keeps moving for most of next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're in the upper 50s and to the 60s. Monday, although, will be 51 degrees for your President's Day. But taking a look at radar currently, we're fairly calm, but you move off to the west. This is where our rainmaker is. That's going to be heading our way just to the south, just to the east, I should say, of Amarillo and to the southwest of Oklahoma City. But we take a wider look. That's going to be traveling our way most of tomorrow and then into tomorrow evening. But when you look at the surface map currently, high pressure is still driving the ship for our weather, and it'll still drive it for most of your Saturday for your Valentine's Day. But as it starts to meander off to the Carolina coastline, we'll start to see a flow from the west, and then that's what will bring us our showers and couple embedded heavier showers for your Sunday. But Valentine's Day, good to go. It's honestly one of my picks of the weekend. I would say 51 degrees under some partly cloudy skies. It's a great day to really just get out and do something. Clouds start to roll in for your Saturday evening and then into Sunday mornings when the showers start to roll in. Could see possibly a bit of a wintry mix up towards Pocahontas County and then to possibly into parts of Rainelle. And then the showers stick with us for most of the day. We could see some heavier pockets of rainfall into Sunday afternoon before we start to clear out into early Monday morning. Rainfall totals, what we're looking at, possibly around an inch for most areas. Could see a couple pockets of heavier amounts. Localized flooding doesn't look to be much of an issue with this event, or rather it will be an issue with this event. It'll be very localized, so definitely keep an eye out on your property. Localized flooding could possibly be an issue, but on a widespread note, doesn't look like it'll be much of an issue with this event. But some of our areas, we definitely really need the rainfall, especially you move to the south towards Wythe County and then up towards Giles County. They're in a moderate drought for this time of year, abnormally dry conditions down towards into Tazewell County, out towards Richlands. The weekend outlook, Saturday, 51 degrees. Sunday, definitely the day to just stay inside and kind of just take a chill pill. It's a Sunday reset day, if you will. But Monday is another pick of the weekend, if I do say so. We take a look at that 10-day forecast. Sunday is really the only outlier on this 10-day window. 51 degrees for your Valentine's Day. 51 also. It's basically a carbon copy for your President's Day before the 60s stick with us into the next work week. AP and Paige.
Thanks, Zachary. The Mercer County Animal Shelter hosted their Smoochin' for a Home event, charging low adoption fees for new furry friends. Here with the story is our Noah Jennings.
Valentine's Day is often associated with romance, chocolate candy, and candlelit dinner. However, for the Mercer County Animal Shelter, they hope to share a different kind of love for their community. The love one finds when adopting a new pet.
So our event is called Smoochin' for a Home. We're hoping that we can get a majority of our fur babies home for the Valentine's Day for tomorrow.
The animal shelter hosted their Smoochin' for a Home event just a day before Valentine's Day, offering potential pet owners popcorn, coloring sheets for children, and most importantly, $14 adoption fees. Mercer County citizens and beyond can adopt a cat or dog of their choice, all of whom have been vaccinated and domestically trained for the household. Mercer County Circuit Court Judge Brian Cochran pledged to pay for the adoption fees of the first 25 pets adopted from the facility.
If you need a forever love that will forgive you for anything and will never leave you, an animal is definitely where it's at.
Officials estimate roughly 6.5 million animals enter shelters in the United States, with roughly 3.2 to 4.1 million being adopted. The Mercer County Animal Shelter receives a large number of animals every week, taking donations of dog food, cat food, and other amenities needed for the facility's operations. The shelter encourages the community to adopt a cat or dog if possible, giving stray animals a loving home.
Come out and find your fur baby. You never know. You may just come want to walk one and then fall in love and be able to take it home.
Here for you in Princeton, Noah Jennings, WVVA News.
Thanks, Noah. If you would like to adopt a new pet, you can visit the shelter's facilities in Princeton.
Prep Hoops highlights Madeline Stubblefield dishes dimes next in sports.
Thinking about a new heat pump or not sure if your old one needs repaired? It only takes a second for a second opinion. With over 40 years experience, Hotbox Heating and Cooling can help. Call Hotbox Heating and Cooling today. Expert service and installs. No pressure, just honest answers.
Every day on Court TV,
we've got a lot to get to.
Witness the raw emotion.
This is ridiculous.
Live inside the courtroom.
I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Court TV, your front row seat to justice.
Life takes us through a remarkable journey. We'll celebrate and face challenges, and through it all, there will be support, encouragement, and guidance from the best of our community. First Sentinel Bank is proud to be a trusted part of the community and is here to help with every stage of your life. First Sentinel Bank, local people serving local people.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Planning your next night out? Make it unforgettable at the Vault downtown, where every meal is a moment worth celebrating. From our elegant dining room to the intimate charm of our cigar lounge, every space is designed with warmth, style, and you in mind. Treat yourself to crowd favorites like our fresh-caught seafood and perfectly grilled, melt-in-your-mouth steaks, all made to perfection with the highest quality ingredients. Whether you're raising a glass to something special or just out to enjoy the evening, the Vault downtown is your go-to for unforgettable nights.
Change your hair, change your life at Harvey's Wig Villa and Beauty Salon. Harvey's has the largest selection of wigs and hair pieces in the area. You'll feel comfortable in our private wig villa and choose from hundreds of styles and colors at unbelievable prices. Spend time with Tom or Jean and get your wig or hair piece cut and styled. At Harvey's, we take the time to show you how to wear and style your new hair. We're open late until 7 p.m. Monday through Fridays and Saturday at 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Call now to set up a private consultation. Harvey's Beauty Salon and Wig Villa in the Plaza Mall in Beckley.
Before you hit the Hatfield and McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Stores, fuel your adventure at West Virginia.
New Hyundai Tucson 0% APR for 60 months. Friendship Hyundai, Beckley, Princeton. We're dealing.
Get the WVVA News app, now available on your phone and tablet devices. Scan the QR code and download the WVVA News app today.
Thinking about a new heat pump or not sure if your old one needs repaired? It only takes a second for a second opinion. With over 40 years experience, Hotbox Heating and Cooling can help. Call Hotbox Heating and Cooling today. Expert service and installs. No pressure, just honest answers.
Another day, another night of high school teams hitting the hardwood, where it's the final countdown in regular season before teams will look to dance their way at a shot for a state title. We head to Princeton for senior night. The Tigers taking on the number 6 James Monroe Mavericks. James Monroe to get on the board, steal from Lane Taylor, off to the races. Pass over to Brass Gardner for the bucket, splash. Tigers respond back. Chance Barker with the pull-up jumper, swish. Mavericks starting to dominate, more defense into offense. This time, Briar Surface takes it all the way and lays it in to extend the lead. James Monroe, good ball movement all night. Pass to wide open Wyatt Mann behind the arc, bang. Bouncing in, 16-7 now. Time ticking in the first quarter. James Monroe to go up 20-7. Mavs working the ball around, looking to get the best shot. Kick out to Surface, wide open from downtown. Money. Princeton still trying to fight. Ty Hawkins drives, quick pass over to Barker, quick one dribble and off the glass. But in the end, it won't be enough to hold off the James Monroe Mavericks. The Tigers fall 90-56. Now we turn things over to the matchup between Midland Trail and Bluefield, and huge congratulations to 2 players for hitting their 1,000th point, Jay Smith and Peyton Bells. We pick up action in the 4th. Patriots trying to chip away, working the ball around, feeds the paint. Ben Harrison goes to work, good take. Bluefield leads 60-37. Bluefield proving why they're number 5. Ricky Dumford powers his way in, lays it in. Bluefield in transition now, passing the corner to Braden Perry, and bang! Beavers run and gun style. This time, Devin Totten gets an easy bucket. 67-37 now. Bluefield not letting up on their own home court for another three. This time Grace Perry's knocked down. Where in the end, the Bluefield Beavers, who were celebrating the heritage of Park Central, take care of business over Midland Trail 73-46. It's the final countdown in high school hoops, like I've said before. Tournament action begins and teams will have a shot to compete in Charleston. And with that comes a new week of rankings on the coaches poll. So let's get into where teams stand. First on the girls' side with single A, where no teams represent. So let's jump into double A, where the James Monroe Lady Mavericks are still at the #1 spot, now 16-1 on the season after losing this week to #5 in AAA Nitro. Then we go up to #4, Wyoming East Lady Warriors are 12-6 on the season and coming off a tough loss to Logan. Then we jump to #9, where the Independence Lady Patriots are 14-3 on the season and on a huge winning streak. Sticking with the girls, now to Triple and Quad A, where Greenbrier East is at the #1 spot still. The Lady Spartans are still undefeated on the season with 18 straight wins. Then the Princeton Lady Tigers are #6 with a record of 12-5 and on a 3-game winning streak, beating teams like Woodrow Wilson and Wyoming East. Then we jump to Quad A, where the Woodrow Wilson Lady Flying Eagles are at #6 and have 12 wins and only 3 losses on the season and looking to continue their winning streak. Now we head to the boys' side, starting in single A, where Greater Beckley jumps down to #4 with only 2 losses on the season and 11 wins. Then we go to double A, where local teams are battling it out, starting at #2 with the Wyoming East Warriors, who are now 14-2 after coming off a win tonight, beating teams like Greenbrier East. And then Bluefield is at #5, 12-3 on the season now after that win tonight, beating teams like James Monroe. And then the James Monroe Mavericks are at 11-4 at that 6th spot. And then Westside still remains at the #10 spot with 9 wins and 6 losses after tonight. Now we wrap up the coaches poll with Triple and Quad A. Shady Spring at #6, who are 9-4 so far on the season. Then in Quad A, where Woodrow Wilson still remains on the coaches poll, jumping at 9, where they are 6-7 on the season and looking to restart a winning streak. But that'll do it for sports. One final look at your forecast when we come back.
Ashley's President's Day sale is finally here. Now through Monday, shop incredible doorbuster deals starting at just $199. Or take advantage of no interest for 60 months. Now through Monday, only at Ashley.
Brighten your mornings with Tudor's $5 Sunrise Specials. Enjoy our Mary B, egg, crispy bacon, and cheese on our buttery biscuit, loaded with more bacon than the rest. Or try the Ron, featuring a bigger, hearty sausage patty topped with egg and cheese on a biscuit so delicious you'll savor every bite. Each combo comes with crispy hash browns and your choice of coffee or iced tea, all for just $5. Warm up winter mornings with this hot deal. Available for a limited time.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Hi, I'm Peggy, and I'm proud to be part of the Lewis Agency family.
I'm Brandy. We're here to protect what matters the most to you.
And I am Natalie. Here at the Lewis Agency, you are more than just a customer. You are family.
I am Bill Lewis, and for over 35 years, our team has taken great pride in protecting our customers, our family.
The Lewis Agency. Trusted and ready for what's next in your life.
At Ramey Ford in Princeton, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbor. And around here, trust drives everything we do. That's why every new vehicle is backed by a 12-month, 12,000-mile complimentary maintenance and a 3-month, 3,000-mile limited warranty. Plus, get free concierge pickup and delivery for your service appointments. Or schedule our complimentary Ford mobile service where we come to you. We're real people with real values. Ramey Ford is built on trust and driven by you. Shop online at RameyFordPrinceton.com.
At Tug River Health, care isn't just what we do, it's who we are. From checkups to chronic care, addiction services to cancer screenings, we're here for every step of your journey. With a team of trusted professionals, doctors, nurse practitioners, dentists, hygienists, and behavioral health experts, we're bringing consistent, compassionate care close to home. Tug River Health. Your health, your team, your community. Visit us in Welch, Gary, North Fork, Pineville, Bradshaw, and Princeton.
It's Ashley's biggest mattress sale of the year. Shop incredible President's Day deals, like getting a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase, or pay no interest for 60 months on top bedding brands at Ashley's President's Day mattress sale, going on now.
Welcome back. Let's go to Italy. In Milan, more medals for Team USA. In the overall count, the Americans are tied for second with 14, just 3 behind the hosts. And today, the Stars and Stripes had opportunity to add even more gold. Here's our man in Europe, NBC's globetrotting Jay Gray.
Good morning. You know, yesterday we got a really good look at the strength, at the determination it takes to be an Olympic athlete. 2 American superstars fighting through difficult injuries and delivering medals for Team USA.
I wasn't thinking too much about what medal I was going to win. It was more just about coming out here, having good practices, you know, staying in one piece. And so I'm really proud I was able to achieve that today.
Digging in to win the bronze in the cross-country 10K freestyle. Players peppering the back of the net in a 5-1 win over Latvia.
The first one, it was special, and know that there's going to be many more to go, and just keep building off this effort.
They're back on the ice this weekend against Denmark. Tonight on the ice, Ilya Malinin, the quad god, entering the men's free skate with a 5-point lead and the clear gold medal favorite in men's singles. And the U.S. women's hockey team 4-0 in the Olympics so far, allowing just 1 goal in group play. They are opening the medal round tonight in a quarterfinal match against Italy. In Milan, I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
Jay, thank you for that. Taking one final look at your 10-day forecast. Valentine's Day, it's going to be here before we know it. In about T-minus less than 29 minutes, actually, till Valentine's Day. 51 degrees for your Valentine's Day. Cupid's hitting the 2 Virginias with the lucky arrow. We move into Sunday. Some showers will start to encroach the area in the early Sunday morning, and they'll stick with us for most of the day on Sunday under some pretty much washout conditions. Localized flooding could be a bit of an issue for some areas. We'll definitely keep monitoring that over the weekend. President's Day, we kind of rebound. It's a bit of a carbon copy from Valentine's Day, 51 degrees. And then the 60s, they're here to stick around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday apiece, 61, 62, and 60 degrees apiece before we could potentially hit 60 again into Friday.
Thank you so much, Zachary. I got 3 potential nicknames for our new guy here. We have Almanac Zach.
Almanac Zach, yeah, I like it.
T-minus Tolman.
Ooh, I like that one.
Okay, and of course the third one is just, it's quick, Boca.
Boca.
Right, so we're going to vote on that perhaps this weekend. We'll huddle and see what the official...
on Monday, yeah.
Absolutely right. Folks, have a fantastic Valentine's Day, a great weekend. Stay indoors, as Zachary would say, on Sunday, and we'll see you Monday. Take care.
Who's the dog? Is Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship. Dog knows cars and dog knows deals. That's why dog runs Friendship. You let that dog run that store? Not just one, he runs a bunch more. No one beats this dog you see. It's Friendship's best price guarantee.
Raise the flag. Celebrate. America is 250 years old. At Schul's Home, we're getting in the spirit with a salute to America and free American flags. Now, as we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday, get your free American flag with purchase, but under one condition, that you wave it once in a while. We honor the stars and stripes and all it represents. Let freedom ring and wave the red, white, and blue with a free American flag during the 1776 celebration at Schul's Home.
Lee Lewis here with Mr. Sparky. Did you know whole home generators aren't just a set it and forget it? They're a hassle-free solution to power outages, but they still require regular maintenance to stay ready. Just like your car, your generator performs best with routine scheduled maintenance performed by experts. Call Mr. Sparky today to keep your generator running in tip-top shape before the next outage catches you off guard.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Welcome to Dolly's Diner in Princeton, West Virginia, where good food meets great vibes. Whether you're grabbing burgers and fries with your friends or sharing one of our famous desserts with the family, Dolly's has something for everyone. From all-day breakfast to classic diner favorites, every meal feels like you're right at home. Grab your crew, grab a booth, and let Dolly's serve up your favorites. Burgers, breakfast, sandwiches, shakes, and good times all around. Come on down to Dolly's Diner, where food, family, friends, and fun come together.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV.
One of these days you'll turn around and I won't be here.
Not today.
On the Two Virginias MeTV.